So most of the cabin crew candidates are not getting rejected because of their lack of confidence or because of the lack of communication skills. They are getting rejected because of this grooming mistakes that they unknowingly make. So my name is Attire Rajendran and I have a cabin crew experience of almost over a decade, and today in this video I am going to tell you what are those grooming mistakes that these candidates are unknowingly making and that cause their selection in the interviews. So watch me till the end, so that will help you to avoid these mistakes in your upcoming cabin crew interview. So let's get started without much ado. So the first mistake that these cabin crew candidates unknowingly make in their interview is hairstyle. So hairstyle is very important in your cabin crew job as well as a cabin crew interview, I will say, because this thing I have seen a lot of cabin crew also doing. Because makeup will be on point, but the hair is kind of messy. This happens because of the reason being, most of the places it's like, you may not get an aerobid. So by the time you reach aircraft, the guest and all in the airport is so strong and your hair will fly away. So then you may not be getting time to touch it up. So this is very crucial, because even you reaching your interview venue also, it's kind of a tedious thing. So in the journey also your hair can get messed up. So what you have to do is like you have to keep a check on your hairstyle on your flyaways. So in general, what are you supposed to do in your interview? Your hairstyle should be in a bun. Bun should be very sleek and very neat. The bun should not be loose and there should not be any flyaways, and keeping this flyaways at bay is a crucial task for you guys. You can apply a heavy duty gel for that, which can hold your hair in place for a very long time, because your interview day is very long and right from the morning till evening you will be doing some exercise or the other, so it has to be in the place. So you can use that. And regarding your hairstyle, you can use a classic French twist. A French roll will do, which is very classy. And then you can go for a simple braid. You can just keep your hair and then you can keep that in a bun. That will also do. Similar is the best, because simpler hairstyles are easier to keep up. So in your interview day, it's better to keep a simple bun. If you want, you can also go for a braid. 2 braids also will do, and also twisties also you can do. Whatever you're going to do, you have to have a trial before you actually go. So try a number of hairstyles that you want to try and then see in which you are feeling the most confident. So you can try that in your interview day. But remember, it should be neat. It should be kind of like without any flyaways. The hair should not be loose. You have to apply a heavy duty gel to hold everything in place. And your bun should not be too high or too low. So these are the things that you have to avoid regarding your hairstyle. And then comes your lipstick shade. So lipstick shade is something seems very less, but it is not. It plays a crucial thing in your interview, because of the reason being, say even if whenever you are applying a red lip shade, that immediately brightens your skin and immediately brightens you up. On the contrary, if you are wearing a new shade, it's high on fashion, I must say that, but the thing is like your face will be different. So I also feel, whenever I'm wearing a red shade, it is different. And now this Charlotte Tilbury pillow talk is in fashion ever since Alia Bhatt wore that in her wedding. So after that, I also tried that. But will I ever wear that? No. It kind of like completely washes me out. So that is one shade I steer clear of, because I don't look myself when I wear that. Yes, I can work with that. I can put darker lip pencil or something like that and work with that. But the shade as such is very kind of like washing out shade for me. So that is one thing. As the lip shade changes, how you look also change. So in the interview, you can go for shades of red. Red is a standard color. Almost all the airlines around the world is acceptable over there. So you can go for red, you can go for coral, you can go for pinkish shade also, because that gives a very fresh kind of a look. But I know now it's not matte. Matte is gone. Now it is kind of like glossy is all over the place. But you have to steer clear of glossy and lip gloss also, glossy shades and lip gloss also. Keep it semi, demi or powder matte or matte, and not metallic or kind of glossy lip shade, which is not kind of professional. So that is how the lip shade should be. And also don't put a lot of plumping oil or something of that sort. We don't need plump unnatural looking lips or something like that. If you already have fillers and all, that's okay. But again, on the interview day, don't try to plump your lips and do something that is quite unnatural or something of that sort. You can line your lips with the same shade of your lipstick, and then you can fill it with a lipstick. So that is it. We just need to give a business look. And then the third mistake is makeup. No makeup as well as over makeup, both are a concern. So let's see how to avoid over makeup look and no makeup look. Yes, no makeup look is high in fashion, but not in the airline interviews. So heavy makeup is one thing you have to avoid because of the reason like it doesn't give an approachable kind of a look. As I always tell you, in cabin crew interview, they need people who are approachable. Approachable people look very put together and not kind of very artificial or kind of like very fakey or something of that sort. I kind of like not criticizing that kind of a look. Everybody put that, false lashes and all, everybody love that and everybody does that, but not in the airline interview at least, because you don't need to project that kind of a look in your interview. So too much of makeup as in like, you know, your eyes should not be too dark, smoky sort of things, you don't want to do that. And a lot of false lashes also, you can do a eyelash extension or something of that sort, but keep it very natural. And then, so if you're going high on your eyes, you can go little easy on your lips and the other way around also. Always balance your makeup out. So if you're wearing a red lips, you can go little easy on your eyes. And if you're doing a kind of a light smoky or sort of thing, then you can go for a pink lip shade. So balance everything out. And your makeup, this is very important. Makeup should always match your skin tone. Because if your skin tone is not matching, then over the period of time, it started looking very ashy and cakey. One more tip to avoid cakey looking foundation is that you have to prep your skin with a good moisturizer and a very good primer, and then you can apply your foundation. And this make sure that your foundation is staying long. As I've told you, your interview day is a whole day long process, which you will sweat a lot, you will walk, you kind of get tired a lot. So your makeup has to be there in place. When you start working also, your makeup should last anywhere around 12 to 13 hours. Because if you're going for a flight, that is the average time that you come back to a place and you get a chance to take off your makeup. So that long your makeup should last. So it's a good practice to prep your skin, do a primer and then apply your makeup. Set it with a compact and a setting spray, which ensure that your makeup is lasting long. And then the next mistake is your nail. Your nail is also important because these days everybody has nail extensions and all. So in airline interview, nail extensions and long looking nails are a strict no-no. Again, what in airline we are aspiring to do is we are aspiring to project people who are very approachable, people who are very clean, sleek look, I'll say. And stay clear of extension, but I would say go for a gel nail paint because gel nail paint always look very clean and put together. So you can go for that. You can go for any color, nude that is closer to your skin shade, and French is a great option for you to go. So any shade you can go, but no metallic shade, no embellishments on your nails or no nail art of that sort. You have to steer clear of that also. And there is no pointy nails as well. Short, clean and oval shape nail is the best looking ones. So that is regarding your nail paint and the nail shape and nail length. And then comes posture. You always have to hold a upright posture. Don't slouch. Walk with confidence. So you have to have the right posture. Whenever you're walking, you walk as if you mean it. You have to have the confidence and you kind of like on the place. Another mistake that I want you to avoid is the wrong size of footwear or the wrong kind of footwear. So footwear in aviation is very important. You're supposed to wear heels, but we don't want people wearing stilettos as well. It should be 2 to 3 inch heel. That is all we need. We don't need peep toes or all the toes open kind of shoes and all. Closed shoe is what is required over here. No wedge, no platform. You just need to have heels with 2 to 3 inches. And then it should be color black, any color will do based on what you're wearing. So color, but again, don't go for like fluorescent colors or with a lot of prints, animal prints and all. So that don't look that professional. So you can go for a good footwear. And after wearing also, this footwear that you're choosing for your interview day is one that you should have wore a lot of times, because you don't want anything new, because whenever, you know how it is whenever you are wearing a new heels. So it should be fitting very well to you. Something that you wore previously would be a great option. And make sure your shoe is polished without any cracks in your shoe. So it should be polished as well as in good shape and condition. So that is about your shoe. Also, while you're walking in your shoe, you have to have that confidence. You have to have that that kind of aura that you own the place. Okay. So the next mistake is wrong facial expression. So I have to always tell you in my interviews, like the facial expression that you have to hold is that of a very pleasant demeanor. You have to smile, but don't smile, kind of like smile always unnecessary. Don't have a fake smile on your face. Keep it natural, your natural smile whenever necessary, but have to have a pleasing face. So, and it is also tiring, so that can also show in your face, because you are right from the morning till the evening, you will be doing different activities in your interview venue and you're doing a lot of strenuous things, but you can't show that in your face, because being a real cabin crew also, your work hours are really long and really strenuous, but you really can't show that in your face. So that is one thing, you have to have the right facial expression. And then last but not the least, body odor. So aircraft cabin is a very small confined area. So again, if you have body odor, people can smell that and it can be very uncomfortable to the people whom you are interacting with. So for that reason, you always have to smell pleasant. Even in your interview, the venue also can be a confined place. So whenever you're entering such a kind of a place, your body odor will be noticed very easily. So beware of that. Always have to have a deo. After showering, you have to have a deo and then apply your perfume in your pressure points. So this way you can make sure that you smell perfect throughout the day. Again, you have to apply your perfume depending on the longevity of the perfume that you're using. So that is all the mistakes, that the grooming mistakes I will say, that the candidates usually make, and the ones that you can avoid in order to get selected. Because after working a lot on your communication, on your confidence, if you are getting rejected for these small mistakes, that is really sad. So I don't want you to get rejected because of these small things. So you have to keep that in mind. So that is all about the video. And one thing I want to tell you guys is, like in my top mate, I have a session for grooming, I have a session for interview preparation, and also for our feedback. If you want to book a session on any of these things, because if you feel like you need a personal attention on any of these things, you can book over there. I will link my top mate in the comment as well as in the description section. You can just check that out. So that is all for the video, guys. If this video did help you, you can come to grooming, so that I can understand that this video is reaching the right kind of audience. So do comment that, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Bye bye guys, take care.